Hi everyone, I'm going to go ahead and jump right in and start with the sign of Leo. For cards here, they're just kind of falling all over the place, so just give me a second. I hope everyone's doing well. I know a lot is shifting right now. A lot is changing and shifting, and a lot is also kind of like coming through when it comes to like new revelations or like new things. Like there's like a development of some type of process that's taking place, or some type of organization that's taking place, or at like a broader spectrum, like more collective spectrum, like a group of people or something. um like I feel like people are shifting too. Like there's a shift, like whether you've been feeling it individually or collectively, like a lot of people have been feeling this. I feel it more collectively, but I feel like, this is a general reading, so again, take it as you will. But I feel like there's been a lot of shifting that's been occurring. A lot of like, it's like you wake up one day and you feel completely different about something that maybe you were holding some type of emotion towards, and then it's like boom, you wake up the next day and that's gone, and you're like, oh, I don't feel that way about this anymore. So it's like almost like a release, but it's like sudden. And I also feel like there's something taking place like within dream work or dream time. And I don't know, like I feel like some people are aware of it because of like dream journaling and stuff, but I feel like there's also an energy here of like not being aware that you're doing that in your sleep time, or not being aware that you're actually doing that in your dream time, where you're actually working through things that you're maybe not even realizing. And so then that's why you wake up one day and you feel completely different. So, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, it's so many cards. I feel like something's being balanced out. There's also an initial with A and an initial with a J. Like A and then J. So you could be dealing AJ, or two separate people, A and then a J name. There's been transformations or like transformative energies that are taking place. It's something new. Like you could have a passionate new start towards something, but it's like the closing out of a cycle, the beginning of a new cycle. So this is the wheel spinning in your favor. This is like what goes up, comes down, comes back around. Like if you did something positive, it's like there's going to be, you're going to see that come full circle. Specifically, I'm not sure, it's kind of how it's being explained to me or shown to me. If you've been feeling emotional or like very sad, I feel like you're going to come out of this energy, and I feel like you're going to get a new start. Like whether it's just a new start with feeling independent and happy, like emotionally, like you're just like, wow, I finally got my energy back. Like I'm not stuck in that rut that I once was. Like I feel like a new person. Like you're coming out of like some type of an energy. Because there's been a completion also. And it could be like, yeah, spiritual. So I feel like you've been doing a lot of work on yourself. And again, you might not even be like consciously aware of it. Like you actually could be doing this work on yourself like within dream time. And that's going to be significant to some people, because a lot of people don't even realize that they're actually doing like shadow work and stuff like that within their dreams, because people, like some people are just at like they're just dreamers. And that's where they do most of that mental work. And so there's also a lot of like meditative energy. But like meditation doesn't mean like sitting with your legs crossed like on the ground. Like you could be bike riding and you could be meditating. You could be hiking out in nature and that's your form of meditation. You could be drawing or painting and that's your form of meditation. Like you've been working through some type of healing process, but like also like there's movement type of energy, creative type of energy here as well. Um, yeah, so I feel like you're choosing to move forward with something. And it's positive, like the energy's positive, it's loving, it's Ace of Cups here. It's like filling up your own cup, like being able to fill up your own cup and have it overflow, you know. Dragonfly is significant along with the butterfly. Yeah, there's been a massive healing that's taken place. Like, there was some type of creative outlet that you really found peace in, or something that was creative to you, like creative, like maybe it stimulated your mind, maybe it was silencing yourself, maybe it was going out and doing something, but whatever it was like passionate. It was like an emotional pursuit, an emotional outlet that allowed you to have some type of healing. And so you see things, I'm actually feeling a very like different type of perspective too. Like there's a different perspective that's taking place with something, whether it's yourself, the energy that you carry, or how you carry your energy, but something very spiritual took place within this time frame. And again, it's like screaming healing vibes. So I feel like it's been a long road, like just popped in my head, so you could feel like it's been a long road for you, but you finally came out with that energy, like you're here with it. Yeah, so there's a strong connection too with the past. And it's like healing from the past, something coming back around from the past. The Chariot, so it's quick movement. The Chariot's pretty quick, like, I don't know, you might get an offer from the past too. Like you could get an offer from a connection from some type of past. Now, just because I say past doesn't mean it has to be somebody from your past. It could just be somebody who you have a very strong bond with, who you're like, I feel like I've known this person forever. Having fond memories, having fond thoughts, like just enjoying that person or enjoying their energy, their company. So there's some type of movement to progression. And then you have the Hierophant. Just landed in my lap. So you have Cancer, Taurus energy here. And Aquarius. Hold on. Oh, there's actually one flipped over here too. So 9 of Wands. So there was a lesson in letting things go too that took place. Like letting things go from the past, learning how to put yourself first. So you could be healing from the past and moving towards an energy of really self-care, self-nurturing, learning how to let things go quickly, like letting shit just like roll off of you a lot easier than maybe in the past. Could be connecting with Virgo energy too here with the Hermit over the Star card. Like there was some type of like deep, profound healing that took place. I mean, it could have involved your physical body as well as your emotional body and your spiritual body. It was like a complete healing that needed to take place. I feel like with the Hierophant here, it's like the Hierophant, the Hermit, and the Star card all kind of like together in this area. Like, wow. But it's like getting that passion back, like getting that creative energy back. You could be dealing with somebody where it's like somebody's going to come in and offer you something. It could be somebody who you feel a very profound connection with. And this person who you feel like a very intense connection with, like I don't see like the Ace of Wands or anything like that. I actually see the Ace of Cups that's out here. And not only is that self-love and like self-nurturance, but that's also like a good sign, like that there's love like within this. And then you have the Hermit card with the Star card, so it's like knowing exactly what you deserve and learning how to release what no longer serves you, or learning how to release what doesn't fill your cup. You see what I'm saying? So that was a lesson that had to take place. So it's like coming out of something with fresh eyes. And I feel like you're actually going right towards some type of a connection or some type of a situation that's going to help you restructure and rebuild something. Because you're at the completion, and so it's something that's new that's going to help something. And see, you have Judgment here. So you're hungry for something, like you're hungry for it, like you're hungry for like this new beginning or this new lifestyle even. But it's a judgment call. It's like, again, something from the past might be coming back around. And whenever I see like past energies, it's always kind of like pay attention to that. But I do feel like there's something very healing But I wonder if this isn't maybe just a very profound connection between the two of you where you guys feel like it's like you guys just connect on that level. And it could be somebody new, but I don't know. It's like two people coming in. It's like an earth sign. It's like somebody coming in. It's like you both are meeting each other at like equals. You know what I mean? It's like you both have gone through profound healing stages. You guys have both learned to master like within oneself. You could be dealing with a strong Aquarius, strong Virgo energy. Something being balanced out between the two of you. You guys have the Two of Cups. I saw the Two of Cups earlier at the bottom of the deck. So that's the second time I'm seeing the Two of Cups because this is the Two of Cups in the Temperance card. So this Page of Pentacles is, I don't want this reading to get flagged because of the music in the background. It's supposed to be lo-fi, like no words. But anyway, I feel like somebody's coming in to make an offer, and I feel like it's, you both are coming in fresh. You guys are both coming in with just recently releasing things. So it's fresh energy, but it's like one of you is coming in more grounded, more solid. The other one's coming in more emotional. And again, there's a judgment call that's going to have to be made here. But I feel like it's a good judgment call. You actually had the Eight of Wands before I dropped it, so that was my fault that it fell on the floor, so I'm going to take that. But so yeah, this is really quick energy that's going to come through. Quick communication. Because I really feel like you guys have been doing the work on yourselves. Like, and I feel like you guys might even feel different. It's like you wake up and you feel different. You feel lighter. You feel like you have the energy to move forward again. You're like, oh my gosh, finally this relief of like this burst of energy where like maybe for like a couple years even you've been, you know, in this rut where you're like, oh, finally I can be released from this. Like this energy is just letting go and you're just like coming out on top, like priestess energy, which is great because it's like learning to master your emotions but also be in touch with your spiritual higher self. So it's like learning how to balance your head over your heart, over your gut, over your intuition. Like you're learning to align all of those things, and I actually feel like you're coming into contact with somebody who's gonna mirror that energy back at you. Because the Hermit is also very spiritual, and I'm also picking up on two different people here, but I'm also picking up on multiple energies, so just bear with me. You know, like you kind of got to pick and choose, you know what I mean? Like there's a story in everything that I'm saying, but sometimes there's 2 stories going on, 3 stories going on. So I do apologize for that, but again, that's something that's completely out of my control. It's just the way that I channel. So, I feel like whatever new energy you've been feeling, you've been really, really embracing it. You've been really going after it and just like embodying it and like really letting go of this like sad, sorrowful stuff. Like you're just like, I gotta like, I almost feel like for a while, like it felt like you had no control over it, where you're like, all this stuff is just weighing me down and I like literally cannot get it off of me, whether it was because of like other people throwing it on you or like responsibilities just being put on you all the time. But then it's like sudden burst of like relief where you're like, wow, like I'm fine. Like it's like that release where you're like, oh, finally, like breakthrough type of energy. And it's going after something, it's letting something balance itself out for a higher purpose, which is great. So I'm actually going to switch decks here and see what we can pull. For Leo energies. Yeah, you're letting go of inconsistent energies, and it's like you're realizing like what no longer serves you and you're letting it go. You're like, you know what, this in and out type of bullshit, this like, you know, only for passion type of shit, like you're letting it all go. You're like, that's not for me anymore. And whatever connections aren't moving or are stagnant or are making you feel like you are compromising some part of yourself, you're letting it go and you're not paying attention to it anymore. You're like, this is bullshit, like moving forward, which is great. Because again, it aligns with, it's like you're speaking your truth. Like you're actually like, you're learning to stand up for yourself even when maybe you didn't realize you weren't standing up for yourself, but it's like you're standing up for yourself because you know that there's going to be a connection out there that's for you. And anything that feels off or makes you feel less than, or makes you feel like you're compromising a part of yourself, or makes you feel insecure, you're letting it go. And you're like, you know what, that's bullshit. Like, I'm done. So that's great. Like, that is excellent. So this is guidance. So again, mind, body, spirit, like you are in alignment. You're actually being guided towards something. You're being pulled towards something. Like, this is like spiritual intervention for me. Like, as a reader, like, I see this card as like spiritual intervention, where it's like your guides have a mission for you and you're going. Like, they're not going to let you stop. Like, they're not going to let anybody get in your way that's going to distract you, or that's going to like not be for a higher purpose. Like, you're gonna have some reason for something, and it's like, you know what, when that time is up, it's up, and you're getting pulled forward. And I feel like you're actually being pulled to possibly even another connection. So you actually have patience here. And see, this woman on this card is actually pregnant, and she's very, like, she's in tune with the moon, she's in tune with her body, she's in tune with what she's giving birth to, she's in tune with her emotions and the blossomings of life, and it's really releasing all of that negative thought and all of that doubt that might be holding you back. And with this energy, it's like, just be at peace with where you're at, because you're actually like, I almost get this energy where it's like your guides are, like, they're pulling through for you. So all you have to do is make sure that you're getting up in the morning and you're doing your part. Like, don't worry about what other people or who's coming in and out of your life, because you're actually being guided to something specific. It might be connected to your past, or it might be some type of a strong bond that it's like your guides are pulling you together, or you're being pulled towards something. Doesn't necessarily mean it's another connection, but it could be something that really ignites passion in your life, or like that emotional, like that beginning of that like emotional abundance. Now, because this card here also has a representation of a pregnant woman, I do think about, you know, there could be a chance that it could be a connection that you are becoming aligned with, and this person and you, it's like you guys are coming together, and it's going to be somebody who's going to be in your life for a very long time, because, you know, you could be giving birth to children, you could have children, you know, spiritual children who are pulling you together, and this person and you are meant to come together so that your kids can be born, and that's a pretty big deal too. So you know, take that as you will. So that's beautiful. That's actually a really positive reading. So I don't really see anything that you have to worry about, other than just be yourself, do what it is that you do, and make sure that you're doing your part every single day to open up that door to spirit, and to open up that door with that connection, because it, like, spirit can knock on your door, but you have to open up the door, and you have to go outside the house. Like, you have to get out, and you have to like move that energy, because with that movement opens you up. Like, it opens you up, believe it or not. Like, just do your part with I know it's scary, right? I know, you know, like, it's not scary, but it's very fear-based right now. But I know a lot's going on in the world, but try and disconnect out of that, because it's fear-based, and I know that some people don't want to hear that, but it's very fear-based thinking, and the more that you can stay away from fear-based thinking, the better off you're going to be, because you're going to be able to open yourself up to these possibilities, to these connections, and to what it is that is truly meant for you in the long run. So that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope that these messages help, and I'm going to come back with the other signs periodically. So again, thank you guys so much for your support, and I appreciate and love all of you so much. So, oh yeah, and thank you guys so much for the likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. It really means the world to me. So take care, and I'll talk to you guys soon.